Hey guys, this is Dave Nelson, TideWe Pro-Staff. It's getting to be that time of year. We're going to talk about spring turkey hunting, more importantly calling. You've got multiple different options when it comes to calls, so we're just going to touch base on a few of them here, help you guys, give you some tips to help kill a bird this spring. So first one we're going to talk about is a slate call. You've got slate, there's glass, there's aluminum, there's ceramic. The most common is going to be slate, and the first thing you want to do when you buy one is you want to rough up this surface just in a corner. So you'll get a little pad usually with the call when you buy it. Just pick a corner, whatever you like, and just scrape it. But what you want to make sure you do is don't go in circles, kind of go just straight up and down, and you'll see when you do that, you'll form some lines, and it's kind of hard to tell, but when you're doing it, you'll see those lines form. And that's where you're going to want to put your striker. And what you'll do is you'll go in a circular motion with your striker to get that yelp. So that's your yelp. And if you want to cut, you'll just, rather than go in a circle, you'll just make one quick motion, but you want to go across the grain on those lines. So that's a real simple, slate call. That's probably the most popular for guys. Next call we'll talk about is a box call. Depending on the call you get, some of them need a chalk on the inside of that paddle. Some of them don't require it, so you'll have to look at that. Most calls that require the chalk will come with it. And the box calls are super simple. You don't want to push too hard. You don't want to lift the paddle, but just the weight of that paddle on the call, as you swing it back shut, you'll get that turkey sound, that yelp. What's most important with the box call is that cadence. So you don't want to go kind of, you want to make it sound like a turkey. Quick tip with your box calls too is if you can find them, they make these little covers. And what that's going to do for you can see it's got the rubber band around it. You can take a rubber band as well, but if you've got this pad on there, when you're walking through the woods with this in your vest, it will not make noise, right? So if this pad wasn't on there and you were walking around and hitting stuff, this is going to make noise, and it's not turkey noise, which is not good. So one quick tip, get yourself one of these little covers. You can stay quiet and silent when you're in the woods. The last call we're going to talk about is the diaphragm call or the mouth call. This one is the most complicated. It's really hard to learn. So we'll just give you a quick tip for guys that are just starting out. What you're going to do is you're going to put this in your mouth with that horseshoe to the back of your throat. So it's going to go this way. You want that latex facing out. Pop this into your mouth. You shouldn't have to bend this frame at all. Put it in the roof of your mouth, about right in the middle. And to start getting noise, you're going to apply pressure with your tongue to those reeds, that latex reed. And it's almost more, you don't want to puff your cheeks or anything, but get a consistent airflow coming out and just start making noise with it. It doesn't have to be turkey noise, but just start making noise. Once you get that noise, you start applying the pressure from your tongue, and what you'll say is yuck. So just like you'd yelp a turkey, you'll yuck, 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 yuck. And that K at the back of that yuck is kind of what's going to help it roll over. That takes a lot of practice. It's hard to explain in a video, but that's going to be the basics of it. Put that sucker in there, right in the roof of your mouth, and literally just start blowing air and using your middle part of your tongue to apply pressure, and eventually you'll kind of figure out where that sweet spot is. Once you find that spot, it's easier to work with, and then, like I said, yuck, 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 and that's going to give you your yelps. All right, guys, there's a few calling tips for you. I hope that helps you. Hope it puts a bird in the bag for you this spring. If you like the content, go down there, hit subscribe, and we'll have more in the future coming out for you.